What I want to go over today are some alternate fingerings that will help you produce better tones instead of those that come out of the throat keys of your saxophone, all right? What the heck are throat keys? We'll get right to that. Hey, my name is Dave, and I teach people how to play the saxophone. I'm glad you're here. If you're new to the channel, welcome aboard, and I hope that what you see today will help you on your journey. We always appreciate comments, by the way. I try to get back to everybody. So if you got comments or your own process and you wish to share that with us, please, by all means, post them below. All right, alternate fingerings for the throat keys. So let's get Exhibit A here, the alto saxophone. Most of you know I play a Con, a 6M. I came back to the alto saxophone and I couldn't be happier with this horn. But that's not what this is about. The throat keys. All right, let's call this the throat of the saxophone, right? Do we call this the belly? You know, I'm not really sure. But anyway, your left hand, all right? C, C sharp, B, and B flat. Now, I don't know how you play B flat. Use the bis key, use the side B flat, whichever. It doesn't matter. Anyway, I've got some alternate fingerings that'll help you. The throat keys as such, they vent very quickly, meaning they escape from the saxophone, right? Out the holes. And they can be abrupt. They can sound bright, loud, and maybe sometimes you have intonation issues with them as well. At any rate, if you'd like to calm those down and tame those just a little bit, what you can do is what we also do for the harmonic overtone series. We'll finger the lowest version of that note, right? Let's just say B flat, for example. Let me show you B flat coming out the throat of the horn, okay? All right. What you can do, the alternate fingering I'm offering you, is to finger low B flat, press everything down, squeeze them, clamp everything down, right? Overblow slightly so that the octave comes out rather than the low note. We don't want that one. We want you to overblow or use your octave key. You can cheat. I don't care what you do. Just as long as you get the octave. You're fingering low B flat, but you're producing middle B flat. Hear that by comparison? Isn't it a lovely note? It's far more spread out. Not nearly as direct of a sonic attack. It's more spread out and it's just absolutely beautiful. You can do that all four of the throat B. Let's finger B. Here's B. Straight out of the throat. Now let's finger low B and play the harmonic overtone or the first octave. But again, fingering low B. Low C. Isn't it nice? Here's the throat C sharp. Hear the difference? Of course you do. So anyway, and I think where I got onto this was I was listening to Lee Konitz with Bill Evans in France, and as Lee Konitz started the piece he was playing, I said, man, that's not normal. Those are not normal B's and C's and all that business. He's doing some special secret sauce there. And as I did a little more research, I found that, yes, indeed, he would basically finger the low version, the lowest octave of the note, but play the middle octave that he wanted to. And it's a lovely thing to do. Now, when you're ripping through the horn, I mean, just blasting through the horn, obviously you want to, you don't have time for that nonsense. But if you're sitting in a ballad, you're playing like a lovely ballad, and you're going to sit on those notes, for 4, 8 beats, something like that. Give it a try. All right. Now, when you practice this, you're going to find that there's some intonation issues. All right. You want to do this with your tuner. Always do this with your tuner because you're going to find that you're going to go one direction or the other. All right. And that in and of itself is an exercise in intonation. A lot of people like to do the comparison So you'll play low C and middle C and compare them. I'm going to finger low C, but I'm going to play middle C and contrast with middle C. I want you to hear how this sounds. All right, relatively in tune with each other, but you heard a slight difference there. So that's what we work on in this series. Get those dialed in because they really sound nice. And when you use them, again, it just softens that push that comes out of the throat tones of your saxophone. This works on clarinet. It works on any of the saxophones, okay? Not so sure about soprano. Soprano is a bit of a different beast, but the big three, the bari, the tenor, and the alto. This really, really works on those horns. This technique works, and I use it as often as I can. It just got a wonderful sound. And my theory is that what we're doing is sending the sound waves all the way through the brass. I mean, they're going all the way down, and they're escaping the trumpet here. They're coming out the trumpet. Clarinet, well to do a trumpet. So when we have the throat keys open, as we've learned, physics tells us that the note escapes the first open tone hole. So B is coming out of A, basically, or C. And now there's another cool thing that you can do that Red Prysock did. Great tenor sax player back in the day. And I'm going to guess that others did this as well. This is a really cool rock and roll kind of thing, R&B kind of thing. You can do this. Once you get this dialed in, you finger your low C, but you're going to play middle C, but you're going to alternate it with the actual middle C. It's going to sound like this. Can you see what I'm doing? Let me show you here. Move the horn down, all right? Low C. Pretty cool, huh? All right. That's all I've got for you today. If you have, again, any comments or questions, I'm going to stick my email so you can reach out directly to me. We talk about doing some lessons, some lesson work, anything like that. I've got all kinds of time in October to do Zoom lessons with you. So if you got any questions, anything that you're working on, anything that you want to work on or ask about, please reach out. And your comments about your process or how this is all working out for you in the comments below. It's all I've got for you today. Thank you so much for being here. Always a pleasure. And again, I hope it helps. Take care. Be good. Play your saxophone and be kind to each other.